trucker is back for a second. I just wanted to touch base with y'all again, and this is another one for the ladies, but also for men, because it can happen both ways. The company that I'm with right now, which, like I said, I'm not going to tell you the name of them yet, but I will. The way I know that this company cares about their drivers is this reason. When I was in orientation, and this is sexual harassment related. I was in orientation, and my instructor for my DDC class, which is a defensive driving course, I had maybe 6 to 10 of us in a classroom, and I was the only female in the class. There were female instructors, but there were no female students. So I was in a class with a bunch of men, which I'm used to, that's no problem. But so we're going through our courses and everything like that. And this one guy, we were in the motel, and men come on to me, and I don't get offended. I just keep it going, keep it pushing. I pay it no mind. It's no sweat off my back. But yeah, we were in the motel lobby the second day, and he gave me some compliments here. You're very attractive, blah blah blah. I mean, and I don't want to I'm not trying to make it a racial thing, but he was Caucasian man, and he gave me compliments like this. He said, "You're extremely attractive for a black woman." And I said, okay, all right, thanks. So I kept it pushing. All throughout the course of the day, he would make random sexual jokes towards me, say little side comments to me and things like that, which didn't bother me. I didn't care. And so I just brushed it off. Yeah, get out of here, stop playing. So we going through now. Other people, mind you, are listening to what he's saying, and towards the end, at the end of it, the instructor for the DDC class pulled me to the side and said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm alright. Why? What's the matter?" And he says, "Is there anything that you want to tell me?" I said, "No, why?" He said, "Because there were a couple comments that I heard made to you that offended me." I said, "Offended you?" And he said, "Yeah, it bothered me." And I said, "Okay, what was that?" He said, "This guy here," he pointed, he brought it to my attention to the guy, and I was like, "Yeah, I mean, it's no big deal," or whatever. And we had that conversation, and I brushed it over. He was like, I want you to make a formal complaint against him." I said, "What?" I ain't no snitch. I don't like to tell on people. And being as though he didn't offend me, I thought it was no big deal. But this instructor, he got offended by it and pulled me to the side and brought my attention to it, like, that's not okay. He's not supposed to be talking to you any kind of way like that. Now, we're at the end of the orientation, and he's still making comments. And now, the third day, we're in the lobby of the motel, and we're coming over to the training facility again. And he comes out to get in the van, to get in the shuttle, and his wife is there. And I didn't know he was married, which, it makes a difference, because he was acting that way, saying very vulgar things to me. And his wife was, like, in the motel. She was going to be his co-driver, not team driver, just a passenger on his truck with him. And I got offended then at that point, because how you gonna make comments like that to a female and your wife is back at the motel waiting on you? That didn't make no sense to me. So that actually pushed me into, I mean, and it shouldn't have. I should have just made the complaint, when the instructor told me to. But, I was thinking about it, and he put it to me in several different ways. He told me, yes, you might not be offended by it, but if he's a person that comes off to women like this all the time, he could actually get out there and hurt a female driver or just a female, civilian, and you're not reporting it, might, let him go out there and hurt somebody. He could rape somebody, molest somebody, whatever the case may be. He could kill somebody. And I was thinking about it, I thought about it from the time he's pulled me to the side to the next, end of the class the next day. So he pulled me back aside and he said, "Did you think about what I asked you?" And I said, "Yeah, I thought about it." And I just realized this morning that he was acting this way and conducting himself in this manner, and his wife is actually here with him. He's married. And he said, "Oh, I didn't know that. That makes it 10 times worse." And I'm like, oh my God. So now I had no choice but to make the complaint. And they went through a whole formality. Like, they pulled me to the side, they interviewed me. Everybody that in the classroom exchanged numbers. So the man actually was sending me text messages, through, to my phone, saying, let's hook up, let's get together, things of that nature. And I showed them, and they were like, "Oh God, that's terrible." So they did this whole investigation. Long story short, they found out that through previous companies that he was employed by, he actually had gotten fired from 2 other jobs for sexual harassment. And they ended up not hiring him because of what my statement was. I feel bad because I don't want to, stop people from working. Everybody need a job. But at the end of the day, actually, it made a lot more sense, because if the man really would have got out here and hurt a female, and I would have found out, this driver did damage to a female, or vice versa, it could go either way. For like, man, of course, women are not, I don't know if they're going to rape men or whatever, but sexual harassment is sexual harassment. So, this whole thing that I'm telling you is to be aware of even the smallest comments. Don't let it slide under the rug, because it could save another person the hassle of being bothered by somebody that's a repeat offender. I don't know if he was he molested children, or I don't know what his deal was, but for him to be that blatantly disrespectful to his wife while she was there at the facility with him is beyond me. So, I don't know how it played out, but like the instructor said, they ended up not hiring him because it's a bad look for a company to have somebody like that representing them. So, with that being said, I'm saying this because the company that I work for really, really looks out and cares about, looks out for the well-being of their drivers, and they care about their employees. It's really family oriented here. I have other stories, and I've only worked here a month. I'll come back with another story and let you know, another way that they did help me out. And I can't be nothing but loyal to this company, right now. And I want to keep being loyal because they are a good company. They're excellent. Like, this is the best place that I've been, and I can't see myself right now going anywhere else. And I know this video is kind of long, but this is extremely important to both genders, male, female, or, gay, straight, whatever. I don't care whatever it is. You just be, aware of what people are saying, you don't just take it, easy on something that could potentially be serious. Like, he could have, like, what if he ran into me like later on and like attacked me in a parking lot or something? I don't know. You know what I mean? So I'm saying this to say, just like I made the previous video with the women being careful and protecting themselves against other situations. Always keep your eyes open and be very perceptive. Pay attention to everything. Comments that people make to you, advances, things of that nature, any kind of nature. It's extremely helpful and important to pay attention to everything around you, everything. So I wanted to get back on here just to let you know, like, one experience that I've had with this company. And like I said, I will reveal this company soon, but I just wanted to touch base with y'all again. I'm gonna try to make more videos frequently, and I need your support. Follow me, like my channel, subscribe, ask me questions, make some comments, hit the bell for notifications, share my video, let people know, fellow truck drivers, or even your family and friends and things of that nature. Because, even though you're not a truck driver, you could benefit from some of the things that I'm saying. I just wanted to, verbalize my thoughts, how I feel about this company. So, right now, it's really good. And I know I said the same thing about Western. But like I said, there were good points about Western, and there were also bad points. But the bad points outweighed the good when it came to Western. So I had to leave. But, don't never let a company, like, if you know your potential and what you're worth, get your worth out here. Because I'm a very hard worker, and I try my best to do the job to the best of my ability. And I work really hard. And I just want y'all to know, if and what your worth is worth, all this time that you're sacrificing. Get paid for your job and know your worth, and don't let nobody cheat you, because they will. All right, so I just jumped off subject, I'm sorry. But going back, like I said, I'm in here. Oh, this video is almost 15 minutes long. I'm so sorry. But yeah, if you could stay to the end of this video, I would appreciate it. And I said that at the end. That made no sense, but hopefully you'll find what I'm saying important, and you'll learn from it. And don't take anything like a grain of salt. Always think about, contemplate, your situation, analyze it, work it out, figure it out. Make sure you don't get stumped or stuck. I'm here for y'all, people. I'm out here. I'm still learning, and I just wanted to check back in with y'all. And yeah, so like I said, like my channel, give me a thumbs up, make some comments, good or bad. Tell me your situation. If something presented itself to you, we'll correspond back and forth. I'll give you some pointers and tips or whatever. But like I said, I wasn't no snitch, and I felt bad at the end of the day, but it was actually for a good reason. So don't ever second guess yourself when it comes to your gut. Trust your gut. Trust your gut. All right, y'all. I'm in New York State. Picking up here, and I'm going to Ohio. So I'll check back and I'll tell y'all another story. So anticipate that next story, because it was a real good one. It really will pull on your heartstrings. All right, y'all. This is AP, and I'm out.